There's a lot of people out there that like to assert something. What do they believe? What do they think? What do they think they know? It's based on thought, but it's always usually the wrong thought. It's usually, I think this, therefore it's true. I believe this, therefore it's true. Okay, I'm going to go on one little aspect, and that's just simple human conditioning. All the little blame games about why we're so bad off, why we're bad. I don't want you to turn away from this. I want you to hear me out. I don't have a solution. Instead, I have a question. But before I get to that question, I got to ask this of you. What is it that you believe? What is it that you think you know? I want you to think about this. Pause it if you want. Give it 5 minutes and think. Think on that. Your ideologies. If you listen to Conquering Thought, you know how I feel about that. If you want to go there, you know, about your ideologies and whatnot, how confused are you? There's a lot of things out there that get blamed. Let's go ahead and start with the assertion of whooping your child, whooping your teen, abusing an adult, abusing or whatnot. See, abuse is when you go way overboard and it's for selfish, uncontrolled reasons, just to obtain something. Sometimes nothing. Sometimes you just want to hurt somebody, or you feel good at getting that out. But let's go with just whooping, just corporal punishment. There are lots of assertions about what it can and cannot do, and there are people who are compartmentalized in that. It's a culture shock. Some, they're just one-trick ponies. They don't like it. They think every egregious thing about it. And they say it's the downfall of people, is how you hurt someone, it's all kinds of things. I'm not advocating for or against corporal punishment here. What I am doing is saying that it does happen, and there are people who are for and against it. And the question to that is, why? And no matter what your reasoning, as scary as it is, as much as it may hurt you, no matter if you're for it or against it, the truth is you're wrong. And that's the scariest part that anyone can deal with. No matter what you think you're for or against, you're probably wrong. How wrong you are is up to you, is up to society, is up to what's favorable and unfavorable, and is up to what moves something along. There are people out there that believe that all of this violence and stuff doesn't come from whipping your kid. They believe it comes from video games, violent video games. They believe you got the feminists that think it's come from females being portrayed as sex objects or large breasts, and that's pretty much it when it comes to video games, breasts. I mean, when you really think about it, does a female in a video game really have a large butt, nice round, large thighs or calves, or nice shapely matronly or well-built arms or anything? Do they have a nice plush or well-built or trimmed or slim or whatnot abdomen or anything like that? Nope, breasts. That's pretty much it. But they believe that this is what helps men objectify women and go out and rape them. Also, they think that men in general, just because they're men, will go out and objectify and abuse women or rape women. These women do not conceive, they do not even believe that a woman can go out and hurt a man, despite the fact that when they hear about a female that does castrate a man, when a female does remove his penis from him volatilely with a knife or anything like that, or when a female gouges out a man's face, eyes, or chest or anything with a sharp object just because he said something wrong to her, or when a female throws alcoholic beverage burning a man's eyes or anything in his face, they cheer for it. So while they believe that a man can only hurt a woman, when they understand that a woman has hurt a man, they cheer it. So they contradict themselves in that way. And I got a question for every single one of the feminists out there that think this way or do these kind of things, that have that entitlement and stuff, that know, that believe and or know that a man can't do anything to her despite what she does to him, and the men that also agree with such. What if you found out you were wrong? Because most likely you are. See, if you're for this and if you're against this, most likely you're wrong. And I'm pretty much going to say this with everything. When it comes to the religious people that believe that everything that's going wrong on this planet, no matter what it is because people either don't believe in God or are gay, or support those who are gay or in the non-straight white male society type role. They believe that everything that's going wrong is their fault. They are the reason for it. And because of this, what do? They'll put this on TV. They will put this in their books. They will sing and talk about this to their congregations during their Sunday or Wednesday meetings or whenever they want to have church, sometimes every single day. They will do this with these televangelists. So every problem that we have is because of a lack of belief. There is a lack of belief and or homosexuality, LGBTQIA and question communities and whatnot. That's what they believe in. When it comes to politics, everyone on the left, therefore left, anyone that's blue believes that the red is causing every problem. And everyone on the red side believes everyone on the blue is causing the problem. And then when you get those that come out now as the newest thing in the past 3 years, progressive, and now people on the blue think that progressives are basically millennials that are causing problems, and everyone on the right think that progressives are millennials causing problems. The problem is that everyone on the right calls everyone on that progressive, they call it the left, a radical left. They now have a target for the radical left where it wasn't before during Obama's days, but now they have a target for it. So everyone on the left that's establishment or just votes Hillary or whatnot, and they just believe in that. They don't believe in progressivism by any means. They don't believe in forward thinking. They will cite the left as right-wing propagandists. They will cite that the progressives are the ones that are supporting the right wing, and they want people like Bernie to win just so that the right wing can get their way. They will cite the progressives as splitting the vote on purpose to help the right wing. And here's the question for everyone in these camps. What if you're wrong? What if the right is helping the left? What if the left is helping the right? What if the progressives are really trying to destroy both sides? What if both sides, the left and the right, the Democrats and Republicans, what if they are actually trying to help the progressives? I mean, what if everything that you thought and believed is wrong? That's the good question, isn't it? So, after covering all of these topics, I have one question, which is the one I want to save towards the end. And that question is, what's your level of bullshit? Because everything in this world, everything that we humans have done and created is bullshit. Everyone wants to ask, what is your utopia? They'll ask others that. What's your utopia? I'm going to explain something to you. There was a time in history we had a utopia. We did. Was it Atlantis that didn't exist? Or some say it did. I don't know. Did it exist? Did it not? What's your bullshit? What if you're wrong? What if it did exist? What if you're wrong? What if it didn't exist? But no, it was before those days. It was before modern civilization. It was roughly about the time when we were just simply trying to make it as a growing, evolving species. Not maybe before hunter-gatherer, maybe before that. But we had a utopia. We did, because we knew nothing. We had nothing. And slowly as we built things, what we did was we annihilated the ability to work together as we formed tribes to work against each other. And now we're all hardwired to work against each other. Every one of us is hardwired to find a tribe, work within the circle, stay in that bubble, and fight the other side. Even if you say, I don't do anything, I mind my business. You have a set of beliefs formed to you by your environment, starting with whoever you grew up around, and then who you had to go to school with, the things you've seen, the things you've done, the things you've observed others see and do. You get to grow up and be altered just like any and everyone else. You are a blank slate computer, and you have been programmed throughout your whole life. And now you realize, I am just me. And you don't want to acknowledge everyone that had some kind of input into where your AI is right now. There is a conspiracy about, maybe we're just all computer programs. Yeah, they just missed the mark. This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.